can't believe I'm doing this video, but this is my top 10 books of the year with some like honorable mentions. It's like top 15, but the other 5 are more like, I still love them all. Like this year was really good year to the point where one of the honorable mentions, like all the ones on my top 10 are probably some of my all-time favorite books, and like one of the honorable mentions is one of my all-time favorite. So you know it's a good month when like a book that is not in my top 10 favorite books, it's still one of my all-time favorite books. Yeah, really good year. I'm excited for 2021 to see all the new ones. I will be doing like a most anticipated for 2021. But yeah, let's get started with the 5 like the ones that are not in the top 10, but the ones that still deserve a shout out. And yeah, and I probably won't go a lot, but the first one I was talking about is Deadly Education. All these are 5-star, by the way. By Naomi Novik. This follows a magic school where the magic school actively tries to kill the students. Love this one. It's adult fantasy, but it's more my kind of fantasy where it's almost like urban. I really enjoyed this one. Loved it. Yeah, highly recommend if you really like dark, really intriguing characters. And yeah, the next one that I have on this list is Star Daughter by Thakrar. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. Sorry. But yeah, and this follows a girl named Sheetal, and she's half star, half girl, half human. And she basically has to go, go to stars, or like like a tournament, but it's not like violence, it's more just like musical tournament. No, art, crafts. Yeah, it's really hard to explain because I love this book. Just painted the edges like a gray for Sheetal's hair. Love this one. Really recommend. It really combines Hindu mythology and just a great urban, it's kind of urban. Yeah, really recommend. The next one is Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno. So good. I read Horde by her, this one by her, this one tops it, so good. Magical Island, and yeah. Then the next one, Crooked Kingdom by Lear Verdugo. Some of you are probably shocked that this is not on my top 10. Yeah, this is the only high fantasy like anywhere near my favorite books. But yeah, really enjoyed this one. Really amazing conclusion. Love the characters. That's good. And number 11, I'll Be the One by Lila Lee. No, lots of you are probably shocked that this is not on my top 10. But I still love this one. It's probably one of my favorite contemporaries ever. Yeah, and just enjoyable, really fun. Yeah, just enjoy, like all of these I recommend. I don't love them as much, but I still love them. So, yeah. Okay, the next one, top 10. Oh my gosh. Top 10. Let's get started. And number 10 is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. Oof, this is probably chef's kiss. One of the best, it's like a contemporary, but not really. It's like a spin on it where every time someone dies, they get a thing called a death call, which basically it's an organization that can see when they're going to die, and then they get a call that basically that they're gonna die that day, so they can like prepare for it, and like they have like a before funeral. And yes, incredible. It's very beautiful. It's so dark, but it's also haunting, and you root for the characters even though you know how it's going to end. And They Both Die at the End. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Highly recommend, and yes, 5 stars. It deserves this number 10 on the list. The next one I have is number 9, These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. And yes, this is a Romeo and Juliet retelling set in 1920s Shanghai, and you follow Juliet Tsai and Roma Montikov as they fight a monster. No, hunt down a monster. Incredible. I love the atmosphere so much. I love the characters. I love how it's multi-POV. It's not just Roma and you get Roma and Juliet. You also follow Kathleen, Rosaline, and just like the two gangs, the blood feud. It's like all I need. It gives me such great diviner vibes, and I love the diviners, and so good. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I highly recommend. So good. Okay, number 8. Oof. Yeah, number 8, and that is Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. I finished this last night. I really couldn't get any sleep because this book, incredible. This is an Arthurian legend, retelling, following Brianna as she tries to investigate the mysterious death of her mother and the supposed cover-up of it. And she finds a society called the Order, which it's really intriguing. First it's kind of a little confusing because it's very different. It's very much so like it's like ranks, but over time you grow accustomed to it. It's the Order, but the people on it are called Legendborn, and the people outside the Order are called Onceborn. And then they basically hunt down Shadowborn, which are basically demons. So it's very like, yeah, City of Bones vibes. But much better. I mean, I thought I read City of Bones, and basically they can manipulate aether, which is like this magical substance, and there are Merlin. Yeah, it's just so intriguing. So, but it also gets easier and easier, and you love Brianna so much. I've grown so attached to her as a character, and I really feel for her, like for grief and pain of losing her mother in this just incredible book. I cannot wait till the next one. There is a giant plot twist, which I did not see coming. There's not a hint of foreshadowing, which I thought would make me because I know that people are like, oh my gosh, there was a big plot twist, but I thought I'm probably gonna pick it up. I think I was speculating at the beginning. I was like, this could happen, but probably not. I mean, then I was learning more about like how the magic system works. I'm like, it's probably not. But yeah, love this, love this, love this. Okay. The next book I'll be talking about is Sadie, I think I have 2 audiobooks on this list. Sadie. This is told from a podcast of Sadie, who's gone missing, searching for the murder of her sister Maddie, and you follow Sadie herself as she searches for her sister's murderer. Incredible. This book. This is the thriller book this is the mystery thriller book. One of my favorite of all time. This is gut-wrenching, scary, dark, beautiful, incredible. Love it. So good. Yeah. Just amazing. Chef's kiss. So good. And I wholeheartedly recommend this one. It's very dark. It has some trigger warnings. And yes, just incredible. Love this one. I love how it's the audiobook's told. And yes. Okay, so for that was number 7, so this is number 6, and that is The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand. Perfection. Perfection, perfection, perfection. This is a Christmas Carol retelling. I think you've heard me talk about this book a lot, but about Holly Chase, who is visited by 3 ghosts, telling her to act better, but she doesn't, and then she dies, and then she gets recruited as the ghost of Christmas Past for Project Scrooge. Incredible. I love this one. She's basically an awful character, but you root for her. This is Christmas Carol meets The Good Place. Just incredible. I love it. I love how her, just, this makes me so happy. It's just it's probably one of the, there are a couple happy ones on this one, but this is the one that truly brings a smile to my face. I really want to reread it now, but maybe near Christmas. I mean, it's probably near Christmas, but I do want to reread it. But yeah, good. Okay, we're going to the 5 and maybe see some tears. Okay, number 5, In an Absent Dream by Shauna McGuire. The 4th book of the the Wayward Children series by Shauna McGuire. Chef's Kiss. So good. I love this one the best just because I love the world of the Goblin Market. I love the characters. Just this one. So good. I love this series so much. One of my all-time favorite series. Just yeah. So number 4, and that is Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell. It's the 2nd book in the Simon Snow series. This book, trauma, grief, just a road trip across America and then Las Vegas, which is filled with vampires. What else could you want in a Rainbow Rowell book with, like, this is perfect, so good, so amazing, love this one. Highly recommend to, yeah, these books, amazing, love them. I spray these edges like I do for most of my favorite books, but yeah, number 4, this is number 4. Okay, number 3, oof, this will be hard. That is Hollowpox by Jessica Townsend, The Hunt for Morgan Crow. And this follows Morgan as it's just this series is perfection. This series is just so good, and you root for the characters. It's just incredible. I mean, fan-forking-tastic. So good. Love this one. I cannot, like, it makes me sad because I read it in a longer time than I had with other books, but I crave it so much, and yeah, yeah. Number 3. Okay, number 2. Oof. You're probably not going to see this coming, but number 2 is Lair of Dreams by Liv Bray. The 2nd book in the Divider series. I had to pick one of these just because this may be my favorite series. I mean, it's either this or the side series, so they have to battle it out. But this one, this was probably going to be number 1, but then there is the number 1. Yes, love this one. Love this not duology. I love this 2nd book in a series. It just elevates it to a whole new level. It's a ghost story I love this one. So fantastic. I really can't talk about it because there's no words to describe how much I love this one. I love the characters. I love the setting. I love the history. I just love the themes. It's just incredible. I love this one. Yeah. And then number 1, you probably have seen this coming. And yes, that is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Incredible. Amazing. I can't really talk about this without crying, but I love Addie. I love Henry. I love chaotic characters. I love history. This is everything I want enrolled in the one. And V.E. Schwab delivered it to me. Love this one. Love it so much. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Can't really talk about that one without making my embarrassment on YouTube, but which I do daily when I do a video. But yeah. Top 10, and then my recommendations. No, not my. All of these are recommendations. Read these. You'll love them. But so good. Read these. I love them. Thank you for watching. Yeah.